Hey guys, it's Crystal B and I'm back, and today I want to talk to everybody about your Saturn return, which happens every 28 to 30 years. I personally hope that my children don't want to get married until they've gone through their Saturn return. And the reason that I'm saying that is because from an astrological standpoint, you don't really know who you are until you go through that stage. And if you are sitting here and listening to this and you're anywhere between the ages of, I would say 27 to 30, you're probably feeling the effects of the Saturn return. I'm past that stage, the first Saturn return. And I tell you, I remember mine like it was yesterday because it was such a strong time in my life. What happens during this? Well, first off, if you're going through a phase where you feel like you can't get anything right, it's really hard, you're trying so hard to get things right, things are just really hard, this is an effect of the Saturn return. You really faced up to responsibilities when Saturn, the planet of responsibility and hardship and challenge, but a reward as well when he makes it back to the same place that he was living in at the time that you were born. And because Saturn moves so slowly, it takes between 27 and 30 years to kind of make his way back to that exact place. I've seen a lot of things happen at a person's Saturn return. Usually there is a responsibility factor that comes with the Saturn return, because when Saturn comes knocking, he likes to bring more to the table. He wants us to get more out of something. He wants us to take things up another notch. And really, Saturn likes us to take it up like 5 notches because he wants you to kind of give it your best and give it your all. So again, if you're feeling feeling like you need to step it up a notch, give it your all, this is Saturn kind of coming around and pushing you to do better because he knows that you can do better. Wherever Saturn lives in your personal astrology, this is kind of the theme, the hint as to what your Saturn return will bring to the table. For instance, what I've seen happen for a lot of people is they get a big job opportunity, and on the facade, the job opportunity is great, they're going to get more money, but at the same time, this job opportunity now gives us much more responsibility. The pressures are higher. So it's a plus and a minus. The other thing that Saturn returns can sometimes bring are impactful relationships. Maybe people have been playing the field, and now it's time to settle down and really kind of get into that intimate one-on-one relationship where you're not so concerned about other people and testing the waters. You just want to settle down with one person. And of course, there's a plus to that and there's a minus, because when we settle down, things get more serious and the topics kind of change. Another thing is some people have their first child at a Saturn return, because it's a wonderful, beautiful thing to have a child, but it also brings a lot of responsibility to the table. Some people buy a house. Wonderful, beautiful thing to buy a house, but now you've got the big mortgage payments to pay. There's that responsibility factor. These are just some of the manifestations of what a Saturn return can bring. I had one client many years ago, and she actually got a dog at her Saturn return. And what you need to remember is that for some people, getting a dog or doing anything that requires some more responsibility than they have is a big deal. And it's important to be aware of what's happening at your Saturn return, because whatever is happening, you're kind of setting a brand new stage for the adult you, the new you, the person that you're meant to become. On a personal level, it was at my Saturn return that I actually began doing predictive astrology. I've always danced in astrology because my dad is an astrologer and I grew up with it, but I didn't start working with prediction until it was my Saturn return. And he forced me, kind of pushed me to kind of look at things from a different angle, and it really helped me. Now, is a Saturn return easy? No, because nobody likes to grow up. At least most of us don't. We like to continue to have fun and play, but Saturn likes to come knocking, and he likes to, kind of tell us that there's more out there for us. So if you are going through your first Saturn return right now, just hang in there and just know that brighter days are going to come. When you're through this Saturn return, you're going to feel a lot stronger, a lot better, and when you look back on it, you're going to be glad that Saturn came knocking, because he helped you to kind of kick things up and take you to where you need to go next. Thank you, everybody. You could go read more on crystalbeastrology.com and check out the horoscopes while you're there too. Find out what Saturn is up to in your chart currently. See everybody again soon. Bye-bye.